Covergirl launched 3 new skin enhancer balms, a contour, blush, and highlight. Wait until you see these shades. I think you are really going to like them. They piqued my interest, just these formulas in general, when I first saw them, because they're such a good dupe option, possibly for high-end blushes and contours and highlights that are just bombarding the market right now. But I love a good drugstore option. So we're gonna see if they are fair skin friendly, if they have good cool tone options, if they apply well. Everything you need to know will be in this video, so let's go ahead and get started. Before we dive into these, I wanted to let you know that I do still have spots open for my personalized makeup picks. If you aren't already aware, I do personal makeup consults where I will pick the absolute best makeup for you. If you want some drugstore picks, let me know. If you're interested in trying cool tone makeup, you're having some struggles with bare skin, really any makeup problem that you have, I want to help build a good routine for you so you can gain confidence in your makeup. And also the first 5 signups are getting personalized videos, so there still are spots for that as well. So if you're interested, make sure to sign up. But thank you for listening, and links in the description. Let's get to the video. All right, let's get into this new Covergirl makeup. Let's go ahead and start with the contour version of this stick, which I'm really excited about. It looks like a really nice cool tone color. So these are the Covergirl Trublend skin enhancers, and this is called the Contour Balm. The shade that I have is called Defined. So they are $12.99 on Ulta. They come in 4 different shades. This one is just described as a light brown, but we'll see how it applies on the face. It says glide, glow, and go with Covergirl Trublend skin enhancer balms. The Trublend skin enhancer balm contour stick is a sculpting stick in cool toned contour shades that adds instant depth and dimension to your face by mimicking the look of natural shadows. So mine did get like a little smushed. It was not shipped very well to me, so I'm not sure if this is how they're arriving to a lot of people, or it just got like a bad shipment. It honestly kind of just seemed like that, like it was thrown around a lot. So it did get like a little bit on the cap, but I will ignore that for now and we'll go off of the performance. Let's do a little swatchy swatch of this. It has a nice like rounded tip to it, and this color is really exciting. It's almost like a grayish green contour. It's definitely cool toned. I'm gonna pull out my e.l.f. contours to swatch next to it because I'm really curious how they pull right next to this one. So you know I love these e.l.f. contours. Let's do the Halo Glow Wand. This one is like a true cool tone in my opinion. Might be really similar to this CoverGirl one. No, okay, yeah, that's interesting. The CoverGirl one, it has like this stone, slightly olivey tint to it, which is really exciting. And then the Camo Liquid Contour, I already know is a slightly more like neutral tone compared to the other e.l.f. one. Yeah, so let's build that up a little bit. This one, yeah, it's pulling. It's got that green oliveness to it. I'm gonna go light-handed because I'm not sure really how much pigment this is gonna have, and with my skin tone I always like to start with just a little bit. Ooh, I'm really liking this rounded tip for application, like especially as I went on my nose. It applied really like evenly and smoothly. A little bit on the jawline, and I feel like the size of this is nice. Like it's small enough to be precise but big enough where it's not like a tiny little dot on your face. I'm hoping this blends out well. Let's go ahead in with a nice little domed brush. I do already have my foundation on, obviously. I'm just gonna pat this in and see what we're working with. Okay, not a ton of pigment right off the bat, which for me I do like. With a contour, less pigment I find is honestly more helpful because shadows aren't like fully pigmented, if you know what I'm saying. So less pigmented products, especially for your skin tone similar to mine, usually just looks a lot more natural. Blending out very nicely as well. Yeah, I'm honestly like was expecting this to be pigmented. I feel like I've just tried so many contour products that you put on and you're like, oh my god, there's so much pigment to this, but it's not giving like ultra pigmented at all. That's nice. I think it's nice on the jawline. I can see it. Maybe I just need a little bit more under the cheekbones. It's not showing up a ton. I did only use the tiniest amount, so let's just build that up a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's more like it. Starting to build up a little bit more color. And if you're sensitive to fragrance like I am, no scent. That's why I love CoverGirl. A lot of drugstore makeup is scented, so always appreciate a brand that doesn't like add fragrance. So this is definitely giving a no makeup type of feel. I can see that it is adding that slight shadow and contour to my face, but it's very natural looking, really smooth to apply. If you're someone who like over applies product a lot, this might be a really good one. Or like I mentioned, if you have fair skin like me and you just feel like things are too pigmented, this one, I want to do a little bit right there. that was random, but this one is really nice. It's also described as a contour balm, which I really agree with. That's a good way to explain it. The texture feels really lightweight though. It's not very heavy, but the effect on the skin is very balmy. It's like semi-translucent, not very pigmented, so it gives you a very natural type of look. Let's go ahead and move on to the blush version of this stick, which is their blush balm. I got the shade Bubblegum Pop, which looks like this really pretty cool tone pink. They do also have this other cool tone purple I almost got. Let me check. So this is the same price as the contour stick, $12.99. Glide Glow and Go with Covergirl Trublend Skin Enhancer Blush Stick Balm. Versatile, colorful blush shades to mix and match according to your mood for a healthy flush of color. Apply the cream blush to lips for a monochromatic look. Okay, so you could also use this for the lips. Yeah, they have 4 different shades. The other cool toned shade is Sweet Violet, which is a cool bright purple. I have this more pink one, which is described, it's Bubblegum Pop, which is a cool bright pink. And they also have like a more muted pink and then more of a warm orange shade. This color reminds me of the Persona Bubble Blush. It's also called Bubblegum Pop, kind of similar there. But let's do a swatch of this one. Very similar consistency to the contour. Let me re-swatch the contour for you. Yeah, they feel exactly the same. It's like this really nice, more thin, cream, balmy formula. The shade is really pretty. Should sheer out nicely like the contour did. Hopping back over to the contour for a second, I can always tell when something has an olivey undertone because it really does disappear into my skin like this did because the undertone is so good. So if you're fair olive, this wears well. Definitely one to check out, especially for the price. But let's go ahead and try on this little bubblegum blush. I feel like I'm pretty confident that it's going to be a little bit more sheer, so I will apply that much. And I'll grab that same brush. I'm just going to clean it off. Okay, now let's try stippling this in. I do have concealer and a powder right under my eye, though. I tried to avoid the cheek area. Okay, it's definitely a brighter pink. Maybe I should have done a little bit less. Let's see. Ooh, that is really pretty. I really like the finish of these. They're sort of like a blurring, balmy, like it's not too dewy, but it's not like a matte blush either. I actually have Persona Bubble Blush right here too. So let me swatch, see if the shades compare. Okay, yeah, that is really similar. That is Persona Bubble Blush. Persona one's a little bit, they're really similar. Maybe this one's like slightly more purple blue. But if you wanted like a more affordable version of the Persona stick, those are really similar shades. Do just a touch on the tip of my nose too. This is really beautiful too, especially having such light skin. The amount that I used, if I used like a pigmented blush, it would look so unnatural. This looks really natural with that balmy sort of thinner consistency. It's going on top of this foundation really well. It doesn't really feel too heavy, and as you saw, I don't have to do a ton of blending. They really are lending themselves to like melting into the skin. I also really like the sort of like shine that they're giving. Looks really pretty. Last but not least, let's move on to the highlighter, which is the Skin Enhancer Pearl Highlighter Balm. I got the shade Moonlight. Also $12.99. They have 2 shades. I think there's more than 2 shades though. This is their Glide Glow and Go with Covergirl Trublend Skin Enhancer Balm Highlighter Stick. The shimmery highlight shades create lit from within glowing skin. So I got like the more neutral champagne shade of the shades I have here on Ulta. Okay, I was wrong. They actually do only have 2 highlighter shades. I feel like they should have added a couple more. This is Moonlight, a champagne pearl shimmer. The other one they have is called Rose Beam, which is more of a pink. It looked like it might be too dark for my skin though. That's a problem I have having fair skin. You might relate to this, is things casting dark and not really looking like a highlight. So I wanted to pick the lightest one possible. Now let's give this a swatch over here. Yeah, I'm a little worried if this is going to pull dark. Really pretty shine on it though. It's like pretty like neutral champagne. The actual shimmer in it is cool tone. It looks like a silver shimmer, which I think might help it a lot. This reminds me of the Merit Glow Balm, but not as like dewy as that one. It's definitely more of that balmy sort of like silky formula. And I'm just gonna, let's start on one side here. I'm just gonna apply that on my face directly. And then I'm gonna tap it in with my fingers, just see what happens. Okay, that looks really pretty, especially with the other 2 products. It is a more shimmery highlight for sure if you're someone who's like, we're talking about particle size. It's not glitter, but it's not super fine, right? Like you can see that it's a highlight on your face, but in a pretty way. Ooh, these are so nice. I'm gonna do a little bit on my nose too. Blend, blend, blend. I don't feel like it's too dark. When I'm looking forward, usually if a highlight is too dark, you'll see that like cast, and I don't feel like it is casting right now. I'm telling you, people are sleeping on Covergirl. Every new launch I've bought myself, including these from Covergirl that I've tried recently, have all been so good, and they're really great for sensitive skin too. Like, they never add fragrance or anything. And this trio, the contour color was nice, the blush, the highlight is pretty. It's a little more strong of a highlight than I typically go for, but because it's in that creamy formula, I think looks really nice. Do you want to go ahead and set the rest of my makeup though, because it has not been set yet? So I'm gonna use my Florasis pressed flawless powder in the shade Lavender, just the little puff that it comes with, just in the T-zone. I'm gonna leave the cheek products obviously because they look really pretty. You could probably set them down though. I did also grab one of their Outlast lip stains because I feel like they've had these for a while and they sort of like repackaged them and then they went viral. I just wanted to try it out. It sounded really interesting. So I got the shade 20 Admire because I wanted to see what a good cool tone shade of this might be. And this definitely looks like a really pretty plum. So I'm excited to try this actually. If you've tried these, let me know. Yeah, they're really interesting, like little lip pen. So I'm just gonna apply this like a lip liner and then sort of blend it out and then maybe go over it a little bit. So far I like that it's a pen applicator. Usually with lip stains, that's what I'm missing, is like that precision, especially having smaller lips. Like I want to be able to create the shape a little bit more. Now just taking the side of the pen, I'm gonna fill in my lips a little more. Okay, that's weird. This is happening. I've had lip stains do this before. On like different textures of your lips, the color ends up looking, it's like a different color, like darker. I don't even know if that happens to you if you do have this and you've tried it. Maybe I should have just done it as a lip liner. So let's try and put a lipstick over it. Stay with the CoverGirl theme. One of my favorite lipsticks. This is the CoverGirl. I don't know what these are called. They're just in like the clear containers. Romance Mauve is like the prettiest purple mauve. Goes really nice with that lip liner actually. I mean lip stain. Just like silky, really high-end feeling formula. I still see the like unevenness through the lipstick. It's a little annoying. But now it's a lip stain, so I can't get it off. Okay, love this lipstick, already know that. This I would not recommend on the lips if you have dry skin. Like maybe I will just try this as a lip liner next time. I can't really remove it now that it's a stain. But yeah, that's not the best. I also have the new CoverGirl Yummy Plumper glosses, which are they're yummy glosses with like a minty tingle to them. This is the shade Pixie Dust, which is a pretty blue purpley shift. Okay, that was interesting, but let's start with the contour stick again. Loved how this applied. Shade was nice. Definitely very fair olive friendly shade. It has that green in it. I can tell because it just blends into my skin so well. I really like the formula and pigmentation levels of these. Really easy to apply. Like these are screaming, like I said, no makeup, like beginner friendly, just really easy to use makeup. And these are like, you don't need high end when drugstore brands are coming out with things like this, right? It's like they're so similar to like all the high-end blushes that I have. Blushes, contours, highlights. But we have the blush next, which is this gorgeous cool tone pink. That was Persona Bubble Blush, really similar shades. So pretty on the skin, nice and buildable. I feel like I could add like a little bit more, but it just gives like this very natural flush. And yeah, maybe I will try that next cool toned shade. And then with the highlight, I would say just be aware that this is a slightly more shimmery highlight. Like you can tell that it's a highlighter on your skin, but in a really pretty way. Like especially all three of these together are giving very healthy glow. Hopefully they don't fade too much or wear off. I will have to update you on the wear, so make sure you're subscribed. First impressions, definitely a yes for the price. Like you're paying way less for these than you would like high-end versions, and I think they're very fair skin friendly as well. Like they're sensitive skin friendly without that fragrance, and together I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the skin glow that they are giving. For this lip stain though, I don't know, let me know if you've tried this. I gotta try it as a lip liner, but it like made that weird unevenness on my lips very evident, and I already know and love both the lipstick and the lip gloss, so I'll be sure to link these below. But I hope you enjoyed my little first impressions review of these from CoverGirl. I saw these come out, they piqued my interest, and I thought they might be something that you might be interested as well. Let me know your thoughts on them below. Thank you for watching. Give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and put another one of my videos on the screen here so we can keep hanging out, and I will see you over there. Bye.